Well, here we get to see Mark Selby moving on to the next day. If you weren't with us yesterday, he made it through to the semi-finals of his first event since 2007. Lost out to our fan dad, who eventually lost out to Stevie Dempsey. And Mark gets us underway. Race to 7, as always, in the Pro Series. And Mark's going to get the first chance.
And he actually just hit the brakes so soft, just timed it so well that the balls have split lovely. Although it's a tricky finish, they've split well. But he seemed to generate no power at all. It was just pure timing.
I can't. Yeah, I've watched every match Mark's played, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone hit the ball with less pace and generate so much power. It's incredible to watch.
Oh, we hadn't caught that one right.
Immediately has a problem in this opening frame.
Does he take the double on now while he's up there, or sort of his game ball either way? Don't see how he's going to get back up onto it the way these other 3 balls are lying.
Well, he certainly looks like he wants to come down the table.
Yeah, I just don't see, unless he's maybe trying to get in behind it and maybe play the combination shot, but even that's going to be tough. Is he doubling it back, or is he trying to... I think he's playing the double now. No, I always looked the double kick there.
Surprised he didn't take it, as you say, first time round. It was certainly on from where he was previously.
He was guaranteed, no double kick that way.
So first chance goes for Mark Selby. And we get to see Ian Alley for the first time. Got through his first round of event 1. Lost out in event 2, second round.
Just such a confident potter, and he just gives you that impression that he's never going to miss. I think just at times maybe his patterns aren't as good as the real, the boys that are winning consistently all the time. I think if there's one thing he needs to improve on, it's probably his pattern. But his potting and his cue ball control around the tables, very, very good.
You would say as well, when he came through the challenges, it looked like it took him a little time to adapt to the match clock and the shot clock, but that probably looks more noticeable because he was slightly later into the pros than others, and everybody's had to learn that new skill.
It's 3 wide. I'm surprised. He's bound to have played on the TV table a few times, has he?
Yeah, no, he has.
He should have
played out there, not on this one, but he played on table 2 yesterday. Lost to Chris Melling.
Yeah, the cue ball just throws so much wider on this table. It's still fine if you fancy him potting it. Oh no.
That visit almost highlights the point you were trying to make there, Ronan. Just couldn't quite put the pattern together to make that really, really simple.
Yeah, because it was a pretty simple finish by his standards, and he's ended up, the cue ball's doing too much work. But again, that could be the Selby factor there. That he missed that pot, because you would have fancied him potting that ball 9 out of 10. Like.
Can you relate to that your opponent has an effect on how you're feeling out there? I mean, you've been around for such a long time. I mean, I can completely, because I felt it my whole career when I knew when I was playing a great player and a big name.
Yeah, well, it's not just the player, it's the crowd in too. Everybody's in watching. He's sticking with this break, and these are lovely.
Ian Alley will be fearing the worst.
Yeah, these are nice. What's he doing?
He wants to challenge himself.
Surely he's got to take yellows.
Is he saying that he doesn't? Well, the 8-ball. I was thinking maybe the 8-ball doesn't go bottom left, but it does.
He's lost me here now.
I mean, he's backing himself to make the combination shot bottom left, and it's about as comfortable as it gets for that type of shot. Big surprise, though.
There was no real. Well, apart from the yellow down near the red, it might have been a wee bit tricky, but
yeah, it doesn't. I don't believe it goes bottom right.
I would imagine it would have been easier to play on than.
I mean, looking from the overhead, it's got half a pocket to the left centre and half a pocket to the bottom right.
Yeah, that's. Is he going to try and bring this away or just play for the combination?
I was assuming because of where the 8-ball was that the combination was his thinking. It looked like he's lining up to go into it now. And he's missed it.
He's actually been very lucky if he's on that ball to the middle there, because definitely not what he played. He's made this finish very missable. He's good on this now, he's good in his well, I'd probably take. I think he has to take the one ball now and then play the combination.
He's going to go the other way around.
No, he's got to play the M1 first. Just run into the yellow.
Back when Makh used to play, Paul, when he was a world champion, this shot wasn't allowed. Sort of shot he won't have played much of at all. It rattles, but it drops. 8-ball for the win. Just wanted to challenge himself, Ronan, in this final frame.
Well, boys crazy.
And in goes the 8-ball. Fantastic match. But Mark Selby gets the win, knocks out Ian Alley, and sets up that mouth-watering tie with Tom Cousins.
And the Challenger Series is coming up soon as well. We'll see the semi-finals and the final tonight of Challenger Series 5. Back on the main table though, it's Jordan Shepherd versus Jake McCartney, and the Aussie there has maybe hit the best break I've ever seen him hit. What a start that is for Jake Starr. Stephen Jameson alongside the Magician in the commentary box. Lovely to have you with us, Chris. And that's about as good as Jake can hit them, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a great break there. Reds or yellows. At first glance, there's one dodgy red, which is just below the cue ball now. He'd like to get rid of that one as soon as possible. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to pop the red in the corner, stun between the gap, and get rid of that red, and everything else is simple.
Yeah, it should be a really good game, this.
That's not his best shot there. He could have done with being straight, because I think he's going to land the wrong angle on the red into the top left-hand corner. He'd love to leave the red over the middle to last.
Yeah, for the 8-ball, yeah.
It may be okay, we can't really see by the camera angle, but if he can land straight or high on his next red, which he can, and that's all because he left the wrong angle on the shot before.
Yep. He may still be okay here, but he's having to dig a little bit.
Yeah, I think I'd screw the cue ball up the table here, because he's guaranteed to be on one of the balls. Yeah, that's not the shot for me. If he screws up the table, he can't fail, because he's on the red in the middle or the red in the top corner. And now
The cue ball's just been killed off the knuckle there, hasn't it?
yeah, and that's because we're playing on new cloth, new cushions, and the cue ball does trap because of the cushions being new. He's in big trouble.
This is a huge shot to take on. Oh, in it goes. Keep digging, Jakey.
Yeah, good luck with this one. I cannot see a shot where he can pot the red and get on the 8-ball. He can double the red into the middle. He's got no chance of getting on the 8-ball, that's for sure. He's going to have to rely on a lot of luck here.
Oh my God. Jake McCartney. Well, shot of the weekend's done.
Well, that's going to hurt. That is really going to hurt, John.
Oh my goodness me. Jordan Shepherd just smiles in his seat. I can't believe what I've just seen, Chris.
No, I mean, that was how not to play pool. He completely lost the cue ball.
Oh,
What a shot he's played there. That is the shot of the weekend, without a doubt.
that is unbelievable.
Yellow top right. Oh, and just look at them. Can he put a yellow? That is the question. If he can put a yellow, I think this frame is over. I'm not sure he can. Can he bend the cue ball round the red to pot the yellow? He's looking at playing the yellow off the red. This is tough. This is real tough. So he's going to play the yellow, off the red. No, no good. And this is Jordan's chance. He's got to take this now.
Yeah, he's been deprived really of really good chances to get himself going in this match, and now at 4-0 down, he gets his first good one. You feel at 5-0, it's a long way back for him. Might have even been as far as game over, but Jake had to really push the boat out to take yellows there, and leaves them waiting for the Welsh Wizard.
Got to be a little bit careful here. Could do with that cue ball being on the top cushion, really. As long as he can see them 3 yellows, he'll be okay. Is he hard enough? Just.
It's a lovely shot, actually, in the end, I think.
Yeah, and for me, try not to be so cute with the cue ball. Just pot this and leave the cue ball roughly where the yellow is.
Well, he was cute.
Not bad.
You can argue it's perfect, really.
Yeah, I think he's absolutely perfect there. He's just going to screw off the top cushion, side cushion for the 8 ball in the centre pocket.
So Jordan Shepherd is going to get his first frame on the board. It's been a little while coming. That's the first chance where he's come to the table and you think, yeah, he'll get these.
You know, and I was disappointed, obviously, to lose, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Wow.
What a break for Jake to hit at this time in the match. Sheppy keeps himself alive in that frame, and then the Jakey break returns. I mean, he's been sledging this in this match. It's been, but this is to your point. This is what he's been all about, isn't it? Because you mentioned that cut break of Jordan's. It's been very successful in terms of making a ball, but Jakey's been absolutely hammering that front ball break. It's his, that'll be what is now his 7th break, I think, and it's the 6th one where he's had success with it.
Yeah, he's been a bit unlucky where the cue ball's landed. If he pots the red, this frame's over. Wow, he's played the plant. What a shot that is. What an unbelievable shot he's played there.
Just fantastic.
Well, I actually can't believe he's played that.
Just fantastic.
That is a brilliant shot. As good a shot as you'll see all week.
He's played a few in this match with Jake McCartney, hasn't he?
And that's another nice little shot there. Just using the yellow to get the cue ball away and keep it in position, and he's got absolutely nothing to do. He'd love to pot the red in the middle and go down. Well, he's gone way too far there. Way too far. He's been fortunate that he can actually screw the cue ball off the, well, top the cue ball with spin, side cushion, top cushion, side cushion, leave the cue ball a little bit further down than he is. That's no good either. Wow, how short is that? That's a good 3 feet short, that is. If he over hits it, it's totally fine. But I mean, this is difficult. He's now got to flick off the yellow after potting the red. So he's going to try and pot the red really thin to create the cue ball to go into the yellow. But it's all about judging the pace. This is difficult to land on this red. It'd be wise to overhit the shot just to make sure you get a shot at the red.
Yeah. The further down the table you go, the better chance you've got.
Oh, how lucky is this?
That'll do.
How lucky is this?
That'll do.
He did not play that.
No, he didn't. Well, he might have done.
He'll tell you he's played it, but I can assure you he didn't.
Well, fair play, Jake McCartney. That's a super performance.
Yeah, of course he has Challenger 6 as well to think about. And yeah, he was a very entertaining player to watch at the World Championships last year.
It's a nice break again from late. Yellows have come out nice as well. I think Lee's a local lad, isn't he? Lee's Blackpool, isn't he?
Blackpool based. I think
Yeah.
he'll have a few friends in his corner for this one.
I can remember playing Lee maybe once or twice in tournaments. We used to, when I lived in Manchester, I used to be around playing a few events. I think I played him a couple of times, so. Doesn't look on that. Looks a bit tight. And he's pushed that in a very awkward spot as well. Doesn't go into any pocket. Yeah, I think you should probably flick into it now. Take the yellow over the corner pocket, off the side cushion, try and just knock into the red.
There's no real bad cannons if you go that way.
No.
Guaranteed to be on something somewhere, you feel.
Yeah, as long as you just get the head on the red, that's the main thing. Yeah, that's okay. Just a little bit sort of intricate, would you say?
Yeah. He'd love to leave the one bottom left, I think, to get onto the 8 ball nicely, but I don't think he can.
No, I think he has to go bottom left next ball.
Extension called.
Yeah, so you probably elect to play this yellow quite thin.
I think he is on the one to left centre.
If he's on the one to the left centre, then he's good. Like that, the yellow will go into the same middle pocket as well.
Yeah, he's picked a really nice gap there. Always knew he was going to be on the one bottom left if he didn't hit the gap, but he has found it. Makes the finish so much easier for him, and he can leave that bottom left as the last ball.
Yeah, just to see. Can you just drop it in, or does he have to? Yeah, he's okay again. Yep, play with a nice bit of side just to make sure you got the right spin on for the cannon.
And nicely behind the 8 ball as well. Very good visit table, having dropped 4-1 behind. Needed to find a clearance, comes up with a very good break. And a very good clearance to back it up as well. Anderson gets another one on the board. Still trails by 2 though. John McAllister and Sean Story. Marcus or Kerr versus Chris Melling is your table 2 running order. Mick Hill. Actually, no, I think that match might be changed, so I'll come back to that one until I get confirmation.
Oh, just like a jam coming up in that top corner for him. He plays with plenty of pace. Yeah, didn't really like that. Didn't see how he was going to get them all out, to be honest. Sort of put himself in a bit of a tricky spot here. Yeah. Probably should be looking just to maybe pull back a little bit here and just play a containing shot. I don't think you can really start thinking about going for these. Yeah.
Does the scoreboard tease you into it? 6-2 down. There's still 15 minutes to go.
Not 15 minutes. 15 minutes you've got.
You're still got to win this frame.
Yeah. You have to win this frame and then see what happens. But he'd love to be able to play that double now if he's going to go for the finish, but he can't. I think he's in a world of pain here.
Looks like he's going to keep digging though. This cue ball could be flying. Just at pace, he just couldn't get to that area of the table.
No. Oh.
How are you getting out from here, Dak? Come on, you give us a plan, give us a route. I mean, he's got nothing, has he?
I think I would just shake hands, to be honest.
Just turn around. Cheers, guys. Let's get on with it. Yeah, I mean, this is horrible. I mean, he can pop this red, but I mean, you've got nothing afterwards.
No.
Nowhere to go.
Now he's played a containing shot. Not the worst outcome.
Gareth does have a pot on, and he may actually have half a chance here. Depends how he sees it. That half a chance may have just become less with that nudge. Does the yellow squeeze in still?
I don't think it does. I think the yellow goes into the middle, does it? Yeah, he'd love to just get this match over and done with now, and from this visit.
Yeah, get himself away, go and cool off.
Obviously, he doesn't have to go for it, but it's just like, yeah, it's one of them types of games where.
You saw from the overhead that yellow still drops in. The red didn't get in the way. It does still have a gap through. It's not as big.
Yeah. Is he looking to play red off, yellow? Yellow off, red off, yellow into the corner. Is that what he's looking at?
I think, I think more because he wants to get the yellow out, the one that's nearest the left-hand side, rather than actually making the yellow itself. Because I do think it goes direct.
Yeah, no, it does. Just think it's going to try and move this yellow off.
Well, he got it off the red, but didn't get it off the yellow as well. So is there room to pot it? Oh, he's looking for a cannon, so suggests there isn't.
He's going to load this up a side. Try and get that white spinning off the ball crush. You can see a lot of extreme left-hand side here. Yeah.
Very, very nice. Make a case for playing the one he's nearest to. Leave the one over top left to connect to the bottom right. Could go the other way around though. It looks like he wants to do.
I'd say I'd play it around the two cushions. That might screw. Yeah. He's playing for options, but
The only thing with that shot, landing straight wouldn't have been ideal. He's got just enough angle to, well, plenty of angle to come across. Very nice. One more roll would have been better, but still comfortable enough for Gareth, especially the way the tables are playing. He can float this in with confidence. Just like that. Very solid performance in the end from Gareth Potts, and he gets over the line.
So underway then in this match between Shane Thompson and Vivek Makh, and Shane flushes that opening break. he is going to make a ball. Thought for a second that he wasn't, but he's got first poke in this one.
Just at first glance here, if he does like yellow, if you take this yellow down to this bottom left corner pocket, the yellows do line up. Shane likes red, but they are all okay also.
Yeah, the last 32 is starting to shape up in Pro Series 6 as well. A couple of matches already starting to be in play. We've got who's through already. We've got Aaron Davies through against Peter Mullaney, Dan Grech against Stevie Dempsey. So he won't get to back-to-back finals. Stevie, his run comes to an end. Gareth Potts just saw get over Lee Anderson. Phil Harrison beat Eddie Barketh 7-3. And actually, you know, I can't help but feel pleased for Phil Harrison that he's got that winner. I mean, two of the most likeable players on the tour, actually. You know, never wish ill on Eddie. I think he's been fantastic. But what Phil went through yesterday with that match against Stevie Dempsey must have been absolutely brutal. And I'm actually a little bit pleased that he's got the win and he can almost focus on another tournament and get that off his back, because it was savage.
Yeah, I did miss it. I just seen obviously 6 red. Yeah, by all reports, that's a very head to take.
Well, it wasn't even the 6 red. It was the 8 minutes before. I mean, I've watched a lot of pool. It's the biggest robbery I've ever seen. Stevie had less than 0 right to win it. Shane's played a hell of a shot there. Has he got across? I think he has.
I'm not sure.
If he's not on either red, he's been very unlucky.
Yeah, I don't think he is here. Maybe able to just slide past. Let's have a look at the red in the top left corner, or let's say if you could slide past the 8 ball left hand side off the side rail. No, he might be.
He's got to play it. Oh, shot.
Was it?
That's all he could do. But he gives himself a shot at his final red. This is going to be a really impressive out for Shane Thompson if he can make him. Ah, brilliant.
Shot.
That's a very, very good final couple of reds and an 8 ball. Very good. Shane Thompson leads the way, 1 frame to 0.
And that has been absolutely walloped.
Yeah, walloped was a great word.
What a break this is.
He's a little bit unlucky with how he's finished, actually. I think he's got an opening yellow to the top right. But you could take either colour set here, really. Oh, misses the first pot. Potential turning point. Surprise.
It's amazing too when you're sort of not feeling it as such. You know, like Shane has it, just that little miss, you know, it gives you like a little, maybe a little pep in the step if you like, right, come on, you just made a mistake. Now here's my chance.
Just on the replay there, the missed pot from Vivek. It looked tight, but it definitely weren't. There's a bit more room there. I think when it is that sort of narrow shot, you do sort of try and play it as far away from the ball in the way as you can. It's just not going for Shane.
No.
Shake of the heads. These reds are a bit of a problem now with where that yellow's gone. Lost turn coming up. No, just a snooker.
See, I'd like to lost a turn shot. Played the white off the red, white the pot the yellow. But what you also want to do is bump the red up, just say 12 inches, so you snooker him off the yellow that goes up the top left corner.
Or foul.
Wow. Well,
I can't believe that.
no. Well, now Vivek, now you can just take the red onto the yellow and screw the white ball back. You know, a couple of inches, get the snooker. Yeah, all this way.
Yeah, quite like this way.
Yeah.
Gives the red at the bottom right a bit of a friend to work with as well, 'cause it's a bit tricky, potentially.
Yeah, that's okay.
Shane won't want to move this yellow at the bottom left because that's his life raft really in this frame. Oh, that's worst case scenario.
Oh, is that a
Like,
minor result?
he said a minor result, yeah, because the red just above the 8 ball is now that safety blanket.
But the red end, basically, just the middle of the bottom rail down here, you can just play that off the 8 ball and open that pocket up. Take your red over the hole. Just take.
Do you actually play that quite hard just to get the 8 ball sort of almost nowhere near that pocket? Or do you still try and play with a little bit of control?
Yeah, either way. It's just, I don't think it can go horribly wrong. You just need to make sure just clear the 8 ball enough for the red to go past.
Yeah, played it nice.
Perfect.
Very good. Important to keep his concentration here. Not done yet. This is an important frame for Vivek Makh.
Just drop your red into the left centre. Take your red up the top right corner, and the white will just float back down this left-hand side of the table. Red and 8 ball in the same corner. It's anywhere but straight. I'll land here.
Oh, cue ball. I mean, he's in perfect position. I think he might even be slightly wrong angle, actually. Yeah, he might just have to drop this in and take it bottom right. No, he can get out, he thinks. No, he's fine. Oh, how do you like these?
That's why the shot before I just said anywhere sort of butt straight, any angle, you know, you can just float down to the bottom rail, and then you have a very simple 8 ball. And now the white's just going to be tracking a little bit.
Makes the pot okay. Cue ball's tracking. He's fine.
It's okay.
Right then, Vivek. 4:45 left on the watch. Can he force us into a decider? His break's been so good in this match, you know. And these reds are okay.
This bottom red goes.
Yeah.
closest to.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it
Sails
does.
in. The only other question then is the red up to the top right. Can he land on it? Looks a little bit tight, but even if he has to play into it, there's so much up there to do that. He has to take the bottom one now, and then it's just what he can play next. He'll take that. He's had a bit of a nudge there. He's hit the gap between the two yellows. He's had a right nudge. He will argue he's probably due one of those because Shane's had a couple of runs the other way. Again, that's not perfect, but again, that's been rushed. Hasn't quite got to grips with the 15 seconds, Vivek.
Just safety here.
Well, fair play, because that shows he's thinking clear enough. Even though he's being rushed and he's struggling a little bit, that was the right shot there. It's good snooker as well.
Shane, yeah, those two yellows that are tied up down this end, Shane, you know, you'd love to make any contact with these two right now. Off the side rail, you've got the two yellows in the middle of the table as a bit of a guide also. But if you do miss him, you're guaranteed to hit these two that are tied up. And yeah, played it well. Played it very well, and obviously he's got cover, a little bit of cover with the 8 ball. But I do believe here, with this red at the top left, you do basically have natural angle to go into this red and yellow.
This could be a big shot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a good effort. Has he had a nudge? No. Oh, no.
Not only that, not only opened up Shane's yellow, straight on it as well.
It's a really good effort, that, from Vivek, Makh. But it's going to cost him. And Shane Thompson is going to get over the line. He's going to rather stumble over that line.
Yeah. Yeah, stumble over the line. You're not wrong there.
Really interested to hear what he's going to tell Simon Webb in a moment.
Yeah, well, we're going to see how he's feeling.
I don't need to guess that. I suspect, despite a victory here, it will be a very frustrated Shane Thompson. But credit where credit is due, he has pulled out a couple of finishes towards the end of this one when he's needed to. He's played his best stuff. But for plenty of this match, he has not played anywhere near his best stuff. Good match, that one. Enjoyed that. Shane Thompson gets over the line by the hairs on his chinny chin, really.
Yeah, like I've never seen it. I've never seen a venue so packed ever, like since I started with Ultimate Pool. Never, like it's just it's crazy to see him playing just so effortlessly, and his white ball is just like on a string.
Yeah, making the game look incredibly simple.
I think this game, I'm just going to say it, I don't think there's going to be a pot missed, and I think it's going to be the person with the most dry breaks loses.
Well, it's going to be a big factor. You've heard it here first, and it's certainly not a dry break here in the opening frame. So this is unbelievably a last 64 match. So it's Tom Cousins' first match in event 6. Mark Selby did play earlier on, came through the prelims, beat Ian Alley to set up this matchup.
Interesting to see how Tom actually plays here, because he had an early exit in event 5.
Yeah, first round for Tom in event 5. Ryan Marcus with a great performance. Yellow by the 8 ball is the problem here.
Yeah, I think he's alright now. If he can get the angle on the one to rail. If he can, yeah, see this, he has to get rid of this one on the bottom rail first and have the angle on the yellow beside the black spot. There you go. I like this shot because he's always going to be on this one down the bottom. Just nudge into the back of it, I think. Tiny bit of left hand side.
Delicate little nudge. He is on that bottom one, but that's all.
Might opt to play the one up to the top.
I'm not sure he's on
It's
it.
a better route.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's definitely the better route. If he plays the one down the bottom, he has to play the plant. Unless he lands in between the gap. I think the one at the top is the right ball.
Wasn't aware he could see past the 8 ball. But
Eyes like a hawk.
yeah. You got the commentator's eye very early here.
I mean, you can't play. You have to do something else.
That's my excuse. You're still flying out there.
So far, so good from Tom. And it's important the way he took that finish as well. He took the right ball, even though it was a harder ball. It was the right ball, like.
Very good from Tom Cousins. Okay, Makh to break first. Can he find the break he showed in his very first match of the weekend? Because that is the one that has given him a huge amount of success.
Reds are out. Just wonder, is that yellow going between the two reds in the middle table?
Held up his hand to apologise, just to acknowledge the fact that the cue ball stayed on the table, but he flushed it straight down the middle of the table. No need to acknowledge that one.
Apologising for breaking. Like, it's not your fault. Like,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Like, you're trying to just have a good break. You're not trying to put the white ball.
If the cue ball goes in the top right there, it's incredibly unlucky because he wasn't tracking at all. Oh, it has stayed on the table, so great chance here for Makh.
Yeah, the yellow goes in between the middle and the blue spot. So your plant is the second last shot.
Yellow balls.
Just makes the game look so effortless, doesn't he? His white ball, like, that's what I'm just mesmerised by the white ball.
Yeah, everyone sort of talks about the potting. He's not going to miss anything out there and stuff. But nobody's going to miss anything out there where he's been on all the pots. He's been absolutely flawless with his cue ball. Really has been.
Commentator's course.
Maybe a roll short this time, but it's been very impressive to see how quickly he's kind of got the feel back for the smaller cue ball and the way the cushions are going to react.
Tom seems to be enjoying himself there. Cheeky smile, cheeky grin. Nice start.
So far, it's going to be exactly what you predicted. The break is key.
Could have went an extra roll there.
Break and clearance apiece.
Of course, it's just whether you take your chances.
Yeah.
If you don't, like... There's the dry break.
There you go. Swings around.
So that's one each already. And he's not even hitting them. He's just flushing them, that's it. He's just timing the ball. There's no pace at all in that break.
Yeah, it really is. It's a very, very soft break, but it's still very powerful. It's very strange.
He kind of has to come back for the one on the rail right beside him right now, because you don't want to be tracking that after. If he tracks it now, he has the one in the middle then to break open as yellow and the red. But he has to, I think he has to track it now.
There's the Women's Series number 1 watching the Pro Series number 1, Provisional number 1 that is. He's leaving this ball late.
Yeah. You see, I think the shot previous he played, he tried to be high on the red in the middle. And now he didn't land high, so he's forced into taking it close, relatively close to last. So not the 2 cushions. I think he's good here.
Looks a touch short. Can he get enough on this? Will he dig it?
Yeah. Journey is he can't go into a flush, so he has to go in behind it.
There is the champion of Pro Series 5, Stephen Dempsey, was on the left there. Josh Kane and Govey Gill as well. Everyone wants to get an eyeball on this match.
Too much. Too much. And he's snookered. He is snookered. I think. Maybe not.
I think he can actually see the red. It's very tight. I don't know whether he can see enough of the edge to pot it, but Mark just peers around to have a look as well.
The ref's having a good go as well.
Yeah.
Might be able to swerve from this angle and just.
It makes a difference because if he can just clip this in, there is a double available.
I tell you, he was very fortunate there now.
Looks a little high to be on the double. Can he straighten up just enough?
Yeah, well, you see the way the cushions are sliding, so that's actually perfect now, because the harder you play it, it'll straighten up. So I think he's actually ideal here. It'll just straighten up.
Brilliant. Phenomenal shot from Tom Cousins.
You have to say he was fortunate there.
Yeah.
But he still has to pot the double.
Yeah.
And he executed lovely. But you never say never. You might opt for less power here.
Well, it's been pinballed everywhere.
Tell you what, that was like a pinball machine.
Yeah. Has he left a pot on at all?
I think he's on the yellow and the blue spot. I think my favourite saying is blue spot.
Yeah, we're playing pool out here.
Yeah. Centre of the table.
Yellow he's next to then becomes a major problem ball.
What if he takes it now?
Can he take it now? Does it go in the centre?
Goes in the top, cut it back. He's opting for the corner.
He's going to go cut back on the reds then. So reds is his choice. And his first big miss in the match. First mistake from Tom Cousins.
It's all kicking off here.
Yeah.
What price you would have gotten? 4 misses.
Yeah. Didn't expect either of these guys to really miss too much. But let's be honest, it wasn't an absolute sitter. You just expect them to get everything they go for.
Yeah.
It does mean the reds are now open for Mark as well.
It's a huge frame.
Yeah, that was an opportunity.
This match.
Almost to when you kind of break the serve in tennis, it's like the one to respond and make it, get that extra frame, and you're 3 clear rather than, sort of, you never feel like you've fully broken until you've got yours on top of it.
Yeah, realistically you want to be 3, don't you?
Yeah, because if Mark wins this frame, you're back as you were, even though he's still one ahead. Yeah. Well, that's 2 efforts to get this red out, and twice it's not come out.
I think he missed I think he missed a slight trick there. I think the ball was the one over the middle, because it was 100% going to be you're going to break it out.
And 3 times. How many more times can he try and break out this bad ball? It will not come out for him.
What if he screws off the red beside the yellow and puts the red over the middle?
He'll have a big shot.
Is he looking there?
Looks like it.
Extension call.
It's very hard to play the one over the middle and get into it. Well, he's tried, and he's
That's
made
an
it.
absolute result, that is.
That is brilliant.
It's imperative that he gets bottom of the bottom cushion.
It doesn't look too much here, but really hard
That
to
was
hammer it in with that
yeah.
pace in the centre.
That is absolutely perfect. Bounce.
So the planted is tricky one.
No, your black is your guide. Just keep to the left of the black. Straight right half. That is absolutely huge. Big finish too.
Big finish on the back of a miss from Tom Cousins, punishing an error. If he can put these finishing touches to it. Which of course he will. Simplest 8-ball for Makh. Get back within one, and he has the next break.
Then again, it could go straight in.
Needs a ball. He gets a ball, and the split is okay, not great.
What did I say about 6 red?
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
problems at both ends.
The red doesn't go past the red yellow either. This is going to have to be an all-out.
Yeah, first glance I thought the split might be okay. The last couple of balls rolling makes a problem at the top, makes a problem at the bottom. And 5 minutes 20, it's too long to take on a tough clearance and not leave a counter clearance.
Yellow doesn't go. I wouldn't have been taking yellows. I would not have been taking yellows there.
Just while Tom works out what he's going to do here, I'll just update you. You could just hear a round of applause in the background. Makh has knocked out the number 2 seed, Chris Melling. Brilliant performance from Makh, but back to our match. And Mark Selby gets an opportunity at the table, and it's a better layout than it would have been 2 shots ago.
Extension call.
Good result for Cormac.
Brilliant result.
Very good. Was that a last 64 match?
It was, yeah. All the matches this afternoon now are last 64. So he'll be in the last 32 later on tonight. But which one of these two will join him? The red nearest the bottom cushion is
No, I
Mark's
think he
problem.
plays the last turn here. He plays the last turn here with the red over the side rail. Or does he?
I don't think he is. I think he's going
going
here.
out.
I think if he was going to play it, he'd have played it. He's digging here. He's thinking it's one shot. Oh, that's very tight.
Mark, please. Just need to check.
It's going to get checked. That was incredibly tight. I honestly couldn't call it. It wouldn't shock me if this is a foul. What was your gut reaction there, Carl?
No comment.
Yeah, I honestly, this is as close as it gets. This is absolutely as close as it gets. It will
I
go
think
down
he
to
just
the
got there before
VAR,
the
but
hair.
yeah. And it's massive. It's absolutely massive. Our referees will check this out using the video assistance.
Should be very interesting to see the outcome.
Well, we're about to find out. They're pretty relaxed about it.
Yeah, I think Mark's okay. I don't think he failed.
No foul.
No foul's been called. Mark wasn't sure.
There's only a plant here.
Yeah, he didn't get on the next ball anyway. He wanted to be on the one nearest the pocket to be able to play onto the one at the bottom cushion. He's not. And now that that one's a little bit closer to the cushion, he's too straight.
Play the back double now.
That's what he's looking at. Well, he's not much room if he's trying to get on the cushion because
Well,
he needs an angle.
He needs the white ball back exactly where it is, but on the cushion.
And he misses the double.
Oh, is it off?
Wow. Tom Cousins gets another chance at the table. 3 minutes 12. The clock is not a factor. Hold yourself together here, Tom. And the clearance is on. Although it's not an easy clearance.
No. I'm telling you, I think we're going 6 red. Just something's telling me.
You just want to see it.
6 red,
You
yeah.
just want to see it. So he's having a look. What goes into the bottom right-hand corner? That's the key. Does the one on the bottom cushion go there? Does the one by the 8 ball go? Every shot on
perfect.
the beeps.
You just roll it straight through and cannon in behind the bottom of the red. Get the red out of there.
Brilliant shot from Tom Cousins. It should be a match winner. Look at that crowd. Everybody wants a view of this match. And it's Tom Cousins that gets the win. He knocks out Mark Selby and he moves on to the last 32. Top Cat is up and running.